At 7 o'clock, we had Georgia Southern, which is 3-1, traveling to the only undefeated and still playoff eligible Group of 5 football team in Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina favored by 9.5 on ESPN+. Kyle Ventries for Georgia Southern has gone 116 and 191, thrown for 1,290 yards, 8 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Jalen White on the ground just had 56 carries for 305 yards and 6 touchdowns. And Derwin Burgess Jr. has had 25 catches for 333 yards and 2 touchdowns. Grayson McCall has gone 69 and 98, thrown for 1,001 yards, 11 touchdowns, 1 interception. CJ Beasley on the ground, who has overtaken Reese White? Reese something. I think it's Reese White. I'm pretty positive. But CJ Beasley has overtaken him in rushing yards despite being like the 4th-string running back to start the year. Injuries had made him one of the prominent players of this offense, so props to him. But he's had 60 carries for 345 yards and a touchdown, and Sam Pinckney through the air has had 22 catches for 336 yards and a touchdown. Georgia Southern is 5-3 against Coastal Carolina all time, but Coastal Carolina has won the last 2 in 2020 and 2021. Last Georgia Southern victory was in 2018. So what's super interesting about this football game is because obviously Coastal Carolina is the last undefeated Group of 5 team. I was talking about Tulane last weekend, but unfortunately for them, a loss to, I think, Southern Miss eliminated them from playoff contention, although I feel like Tulane's chances weren't that great there. Not that Coastal Carolinas are, but technically speaking, still alive in the conversation. Grayson McCall is a really good QB, but you cannot take Georgia Southern lightly. This is not a bad football team by any stretch of the imagination. The Eagles went to Nebraska and won for a reason. This is a pretty solid football team. Coastal Carolina would be wise not to take this football team lightly at all. Coastal Carolina is coming off a big dominant win over Georgia State, which Georgia State is looking like one of the weaker Sun Belt teams this year. But still, with your 4th-string running back starting and dominating like that, literally only having like 2 running backs healthy. Dominating like that is insane. Props to Coastal Carolina for that victory. We'll see if they get Reese White back for this week or if CJ Beasley is going to have to take the majority of the carries again. I'm very worried for Coastal Carolina if CJ Beasley does go down with an injury. Their depth at that position can't be that great with their number 1, 2, 3 all hurt. I believe number 5 as well, running back hurt. So we'll see. CJ Beasley is going to have to carry a lot if they don't get any of those guys back. But I still think Coastal Carolina is the much better football team. I think they're going to win. I think they're going to cover the 9.5 point spread.